Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the latest edition of Lowdown Entertainment. I'm your host, Joe Adams, along with my partner, Mr. Bear Slosher. How you doing tonight, Bear?
Really good. How are you?
I'm freaking fabulous.
I'd be better if I was a sponge and could absorb all this weather.
Rained again, which is good because we haven't had rain for probably at least 20 hours. So
we went from drought conditions here in eastern PA to about ready to start flooding in what, a week?
Yeah, because I think tomorrow is going to be
another inch and some change.
Not good.
Not looking good for racing tomorrow.
Friday night racing does not look good, no.
No,
it does not. Before we get started, I have some bad news.
We went 1 week without.
1 week. I just got some information here just a little bit ago. Our deepest condolences to the Craig Klein family. He has passed either last night or this morning. Ironically, today is his birthday, which is
crazy.
It is kind of crazy. Craig could be seen at local racetracks helping David Graber back in the old late model days in sprint car. David runs a sprint car. So our deepest condolences. I can't even talk. Deepest condolences to the entire Klein family and the untimely passing of Craig. So may God bless all of you. Why do we have to start every show off like this? It just seems like
I don't know, man. I thought we were kicking out 2 in a row, maybe.
2 in a row would have been great.
Would have been good.
Yeah, but
you know why? We know a lot of people.
We do, and
sometimes it's not great.
No, it's not. Here's the thing: we all get a turn at it.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Yeah.
But we have a good show tonight. We are going to talk Leo's League. Leo's is literally 48 hours away.
It's here.
It's here already.
It seems like last month was a year ago.
Yeah, and
it's here.
It's happening. It's happening. We are expecting over 100 cars.
Yeah. 100 vehicles, we'll call it.
Vehicles, yes. Yeah, it's not all cars. It could be cars, trucks, motorcycles, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
amusement park rides.
Excuse me?
We'll have one of those.
That's right. We talked about that last week.
Yep.
Sue and Henry Wilt.
Yeah. The Indy 500 Old Dorney Park ride.
That's going to be different.
We'll be there.
That's going to be different.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll get into some deets here shortly with Leo. We also have Kevin Thomas Jr. on here tonight. USAC sprint car sensation.
Roll Tide.
He's the guy. And thanks to KTJ, we have all these products sitting in front of us here.
We do.
He is Mr. Inferno Armor, if you're not familiar with that. And, we've been pushing this product here because, number one, it is an awesome product. And number two, we believe greatly in this product.
Yes.
And you have some great news. You have something right in front of you that looks odd compared to what we've seen with some of the other fire extinguishers.
Yeah, so I had these aluminum mounts made up. You could bolt to your pit cart, trailer wall, mule, or whatever. It's got a little recess in the back so your Velcro don't get snagged up there, and she sits right in there.
Right in there.
Holds it nice and tight, and
awesome product.
What do they weigh? An ounce?
It's so light. This is all 6061 T6 aluminum. All CNC'd out. Just an awesome. This was your idea to do this, wasn't it?
It was indeed.
It was a very smart idea.
Nobody wants to have one of these laying in a drawer. It's got to be accessible.
Yes, you got.
And this is the Inferno Armor Race Day extinguisher, by the way. Mm-hmm. Can put out a fully engulfed methanol fire suit in 1.8 seconds.
That's awesome.
Yes. So why everybody on every track and every corner doesn't have one of these at arm's reach is beyond me.
But
that's
products.
My goal to sell them for Kevin.
Great idea with that bracketry there, bud.
Thank you.
You were thinking outside the box. Mallory is joining us. Mallory said she's out of town because she did some kind of wedding thing or something.
Mallory just got hitched.
She did. Congratulations to her and her husband. And she says she's not going to be in town for Leo's, but maybe next year.
Please make it a point to get there next year.
Indeed. And thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you.
Yep.
So Leo's League. Okay, like I said, we're T-minus 48 hours or whatever at this point here.
I was down at the Schnecksville Fire Company last night. Took some stuff down. The basket raffle, which will kick off tomorrow night, Friday night from 6 to 9, you can go there and get your tickets for the basket raffle in early in case you can't make it on Saturday.
Right.
I don't know how big the building is, but there's, I'll say 5 rows of tables.
Mm-hmm.
One row of tables is completely full of just gift cards for local restaurants and stuff. Probably 200 of them. And baskets. It was only Wednesday night, but there was probably, I don't know, 150 baskets already. A huge amount of.
For me, this is like the biggest basket raffle I've ever seen. I've ever seen.
Hands down.
It is massive. And not only is it huge, but the quality of the products
prices
available are unbelievable. Unreal.
Yeah. Hey, Mike Feltenberger, thanks for tuning in.
I talked to Mike last night. Be sure to hop on Lowdown Entertainment. Not right now because we're live, but when we're done here, hop on Lowdown Entertainment. Mike does a fantastic segment wrap up from Wingless Wednesday at Shelley's, and he does a really nice job with that. He recaps all 7 divisions, what's going on there. So be sure to check that out at some point on Lowdown Entertainment. We appreciate Mike hopping on board and hooking us up here. Yeah, I was talking. He said, "You guys didn't have any sound." I said, "You probably."
He tuned in
when we were transitioning.
We fixed that tonight, fella.
We did. We have a little surprise for you. Mark Moore is in the house. He said, "We'll see you guys on Saturday." Mark, we appreciate you bringing your car.
2 cars,
not only 1, but 2.
Yep. So, and then his teammate will be there.
That's awesome. So,
and I really, really appreciate the outreach the last few weeks of everybody that's coming to the show. Whether your vehicle has a motor in it or not, we have push cars, tow trucks. We will get you put in place.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to worry about that.
We're in good shape for that. The field was in good shape last night when I was there. It was not soggy at all. Everything was looking good.
Good.
It's going to rain tomorrow, but the most we're going to have is wet feet for a few hours till the sun dries it up. Maybe.
Then we'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be good. And you know what? This is for pediatric cancer. And if we have to endure wet feet compared to what these little
heroes,
little boys and girls go through, then so be it. We have to deal with wet feet. So
correct.
It's the least we could do. So we're looking forward to it. I just had the Wicked Effects Car Club reach out to me, still confirming that Saturday was on, and I said yes. And I asked how many cars were coming. Still waiting for that response.
He's still
via
typing.
Text. He's still, yeah. So they're a great group of guys. They do a lot for charity events. So we're looking forward to having Wicked Effects Car Club joining us.
And feel free to stop by and just display your vehicle, whatever you have. From 7 to 9 we'll be parking, but you can stop in and drop your car off or whatever during the day, however you want to do it. Leave whenever you need to. We will have the trailer strategically parked so you can get out and get to your local racetrack. It's not a big deal. I mean, they know that that's the deal.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike talked to me about this last night as well. He's heading to the Circle track, the Circle M track reunion. So that only happens like once or twice a year. So you got to kind of take that into consideration. And
well, in fact, this date is not the original date for
we would have done it last Saturday
in the torrential downpours.
Yeah, which would have really sucked.
So that might have been a blessing in disguise.
Absolutely.
It is this Saturday, Schnecksville Fire Company.
Free to get in.
Free to get in.
No charge to enter the facility.
Right. We will have, I think, 11 food trucks, beer garden, bars open, DJ, bands. Melvin will be on site from the Lehigh Valley Phantoms from 12 to 12:30.
We have a cast of characters that are going to be roaming around.
Bowtie Ben will once again be our MC.
He did a great job last year, by the way.
Fantastic. And he sings the national anthem like no one else. And there will be a blood drive again this year, and there's way more interest, thankfully, this year, due to the fact that there's a prize involved. There's a $28 Michael Kors purse that everybody that signs up to donate blood for gets a chance at it.
Unbelievable.
So as of last night, there was 8 time slots left. And last year, I don't know that we had 4 or 5 people actually donate blood.
Yeah.
So if that's what it takes to entice people to go give blood, a nice $500 or $600 purse.
Maybe I'll donate a quarter too, because I need a nice Michael Kors purse for my shoes. And
you should donate all you have.
I probably should. It'd be better off.
Step up, man.
Scott and Sally are in the house. I don't know if it's Scott or Sally or both, but we appreciate you guys tuning in. Peyton Renninger's in the house. Hello.
Hello, Peyton. Hello, Scott and Sally Mekas. So, yeah, come on down Saturday, 10th of May, from 9 to 5.
We will be there.
I will not be there the whole day.
Not the whole day. You have a wedding to go to.
I do.
That seems neat.
Mm-hmm.
Stacy Kohler is in the house. Hi, Stace.
It was
Stacy?
her birthday.
Yes, it was just yesterday. Stacy is one of our Inferno Armor representatives that you can buy Inferno Armor from at the track. You know, she goes to Big Diamond or she goes to Grandview. You can stop over to the Kohler Pit and grab yourself a bottle of Inferno Armor.
Yep, $45. Spray it on your uniform, your seats, your belts, you know, anything that can possibly burn.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the cheapest insurance policy you could ever
It really,
get.
truly is. And I've said this many times, and I'm going to keep on saying it. If you're unaware of the product and you're not real sure what this is all about, go to YouTube, type in Inferno Armor, check out the demonstration that KTJ does. He literally takes a paper towel, a regular standard Bounty, whatever paper towel, sprays it with Inferno Armor, and puts his hand behind the paper towel and cooks the front, the front side of the paper towel
within an inch
with
of
a
his
torch
hand.
till it turns black, and his hand never gets hot.
Nope.
So if that's not proof of the pudding right there, I don't know what is. Gary Littlick is in the house. We appreciate you tuning in, buddy. Circle M is good to go on Saturday. Let's hope for nice weather for both events. Couldn't agree more. Deuce Race Fan is in the house. What up, pimps? What up, playa? How you living, dog? How you living? Yeah, lots of food on Saturday at Leo's. It's always
There will be a new monster truck in attendance this year.
Who we got?
It's called Snot.
No, it's not.
I'm telling you, it's Sizz. It is a neon green
I figured it was.
truck.
I figured it was going to be green.
So that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Looking forward to seeing Snot.
Mm-hmm.
We will have 2 antique fire trucks. I think those are going to be pretty neat.
Fire trucks are always cool.
1935 and a 1937 fire truck.
It's like the year I was born.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff there.
There is. There's,
Our portion is called Cool Cars and More because Leo wants cars. He likes race cars. Mm-hmm. And when you see these kids walk around and they have their little capes on and they're superheroes, man, let them sit in your car, let them touch your car, give them an autograph card, take pictures with them because these are the kids that are struggling with it.
It's true. And
they play all day long.
They love it.
Like nothing's wrong.
Nope.
And it gets you in the feels.
It does. It hits you in the feels very, very hard.
Because you feeling bad about yourself? Stop it.
Yeah. Get over yourself.
Yeah. Yup.
Deuce is large and in charge.
Nice.
True that.
It's the only way to be.
Yeah. It's really nice to meet these young boys and girls. And like you said, a lot of them don't have a care in the world. They're just being kids, and then they have this underlying issue, and it really does smack you around a little bit in the fields. It's really tough, but to see the smile in their faces as they're cruising around, and they love the interaction. The more interaction that they have. So just when you see them, just engage. Joel Smith is in the house. Good evening, fellas. Good evening to you, sir.
His shirts are looking pretty fresh.
I saw. Yeah. Look really nice. The triple nickel with the looks of Grandview running Saturday. I will have the High Banks highlights Sunday morning.
We'll take it.
It'll probably be early.
It'll be when his eyes open.
Yeah, like 6 a.m.
Right.
Yeah.
Does a great job.
Mike does not mess around at all. No, we really appreciate him coming on board. Peyton Renninger's probably going to do a Big Diamond recap for us if they ever race again.
Just put your umbrella up.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
We will have lowriders in the house.
Cash is coming, isn't he?
And 4 of his friends.
And 4 of his friends.
Yeah, we're going to have 5
cars are
lowriders.
awesome.
Going to put them right around Snot. Make it look real low.
Yeah, or make Snot look huge.
Yeah, or that.
One of the two.
Let's see. EMT Brown's coming with his Pocono Fire Rescue.
Yes.
Hummer.
Mm-hmm. We got to see him last week.
We did. We took a little field trip to Snydersville.
Did. And you know what? I don't think my permission slip ever got into the principal's office for that.
Did you get in trouble?
I did.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well.
I got
He deserved
I got in school suspension.
ISS.
Wow. Mike said it was actually 5:40 this morning. Dude, take a nap, bro.
Right. Right. Holy smokes.
Peyton says she wants to build a dome over Diamond. It might be your next course of action. Mother Nature has not been a race fan on weekends, man. It's no joke.
I think the Outlaws in town has something to do with it, too.
Always.
They seem to bring weather with them. They ran Lincoln last night. They got it in. So did Shellhammers.
They did.
Kudos to both track prep crews.
They did.
Because, man, they were up against it. It was muddy.
It was.
And I don't know how Shelley's was, but Lincoln was pretty darn good.
Yeah, they made some junk.
Yes, they did.
Ooh.
Yeah, thank God Brady Bacon's okay. Cause he got junked at the start of a heat race, and, Sean's car is not so hot no more, but hey, they have a backup, and they put the seat in it today, and they'll be ready for, if they run tomorrow at the Grove.
Tomorrow night at the Grove.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dave Cordier, hats off to him. It's my understanding that there was a couple of 3 inches of water in the infield at like 2:00 yesterday afternoon. And they got it done, man.
And just think last week he was like, the river's really low.
He told me that, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
What a difference.
Yep. The G-Man actually wanted to do an infield dive last night. He's done that before.
Seen that. That's terrifying.
G-Man had a decent run last night. Started 20th, finished 9th.
20th?
Yeah. Started deep.
Did he get there late? Missed the heat?
No.
Okay. He likes that hard charger.
He wants to do it the hard way.
Holy
I
cow.
told him, I saw him last night. I said, I spoke highly of you on the show last week. He's like, he just kind of looked at me like he didn't believe
Well, he didn't believe you, right.
And he said, oh, really? He said, well, that's good. I said, now, Bear, on the other hand, kind of threw you under the bus. And you kind of did.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Somebody has to.
It's fine.
We can't both be nice to him.
He brought munchkins last night, and I was up in the tower, and Miss Brenda, so kind, she said, hey, we have munchkins over there. Please help yourself, which I did. And I said, I take it these are from Geezer. And she's like, of course. And I said, I don't know what his donut budget is for the year, but if he would give up his donut budget, he could probably race a 410 on the Outlaw circuit with the amount of money that he spends for donuts. No doubt.
High limit.
Mike said he started sixth in his heat.
What do you get? 17th?
Yeah.
Dave,
Gary, you got that one, buddy?
Yeah, Dave Cordier is a master track prep man. That track is always in good shape when I go there. True story.
It is a true story. Good people.
And they run 2 different programs. They run a Saturday go-kart deal and then a Wednesday open wheel sort of
2
deal.
completely different tracks.
On the same clay.
True story.
Pretty neat.
It is neat.
Not everybody can do that.
No.
I couldn't do it.
No.
I'd have 2 disasters.
Yeah.
Wednesday and Saturday.
But the other 5 days of the week are good.
Sure.
Oh, God.
Repeat.
So where did we go on Saturday again? Let's talk about that. It was my inaugural trip to this.
It was Friday.
Like I said, it was Friday.
Yeah. Snydersville. Up there in Alex Greenswag country.
Yeah, it was nice to see Alex.
Always good to see them. They really treat us well. They really dig into our show. And we love going there, man. The L&L mini mods, they have 13 cars there. They put on a great show. Gary and his son put his cameras on. I made some videos for them guys. It's always good. They did get rained out in the end, but they had double features, complete makeup program from several weeks ago that rained out. And I think the second L&L mini mod feature was 20th on the card for the second round. So they only had 1 or 2 shows to go, and it dumped. Well, we were driving home, and it was dumped. It was rough.
It was kind of ugly. Lightning, all kind of stuff was happening. But nice little facility. You ever get the opportunity to go to Snydersville, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, it's very reasonable to get in. Spend your night there. Everybody's awesome. The food is good.
Everybody's
facilities
so nice.
are good.
Yeah.
There's no dust and dirt in your face, and it's just a well-run place. It's a good deal.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll be doing a L&L mini mod spectacular there on July 11th.
And I told Gary Lurch in a Facebook post, he's got a really nice product there, and he does a really, really nice job just getting everybody organized and doing it. And he was very appreciative of the words I said to him. So hats off to him. Tara Rochelle's in the house. Hello, Tara.
Hello.
See you on Saturday.
Yep.
I'm going to tell Tara she needs to be there by 6. We're going to get there at 7, but she needs to be there by 6.
That's good.
And she should probably stop somewhere and get us some breakfast sandwiches or something.
There's a truck there, food truck.
That would mean that we would have to buy them. But if Tara goes, it gets. You see where I'm going with this?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you could just do that, be a doll, and just
Yeah.
bacon, egg, and cheese sauce. Yeah, it's whatever. It's something like that. Sausage,
something.
egg, and cheese. Maybe some chocolate milk. Whatever you got.
Right.
So thanks for being a trooper.
Yep. So we will once again be occupying the gazebo this year at Leo's League.
3rd year in a row.
However, we will not be doing a live show with our sound equipment. We will just be Facebook Live in it with our phones.
Yeah.
We will have merchandise set up. I'll have plenty of Infernal armor there, extinguishers there, youth t-shirts, hats, hoodies, beanies, whatever you desire.
Need it.
Yeah, I'd like to get rid of it all. Hi, Zoe.
Zoe in the house. Hello.
I'd like to get rid of it all the old merch line.
Yeah.
Get the new merch line going.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie Reichenbach, she'll be there with several cars.
How many cars?
Well, they don't know yet. Several people don't know yet. But they have race cars. They have race car haulers. They have classic cars. They have antique cars.
They have cars.
Mm-hmm.
They got stuff. So we appreciate you, Stephanie. Looking forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Yep. Her and Rick will be there. Can't wait. It's going to be good, man.
That'll be good.
Wombles are bringing a fleet. Geigers are bringing a fleet. Lots of quarter midgets from the Keystone Club.
So that means Mags is going to be there. If the Wombles are going to. So I'm going to have to hide my food. Maggie likes to steal food from me for some reason or another.
Yep.
The struggle's very real. Very, very real.
Earl's car.
That sounded like that pen weighed 80 pounds.
It did. Earl's car will be there. Tyler Henry's car will be there. My son's car will be there.
Mm-hmm. Your son's car is the official Lowdown Entertainment entry.
Yes. And it is officially sponsored by the Weather Channel because every time it wants to go out, it rains.
Yeah. True. That's very true. Speaking of 600 micros, I've been kind of following the Hyperspeed Week thing. They're starting to.
Quick. Nationally, internationally.
We got 2 Kiwis coming.
We got 2 of them.
Yeah, so we got some down unders coming for the 600 micro speed week has grown exponentially over the past few years, and it is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We definitely have to have Nick Philman on prior to that event.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he's a friend of the show, so we definitely need to chat with him and see what's
going on. He's a hell
on.
of a fisherman, too.
Really?
Yeah, he's down the shore catching those black drum right now.
Good for him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good stuff.
Him. Good to get away from the shop for a little bit and make things happen.
Yeah.
No, but it's unbelievable the amount of talent that's coming in for this, and it's when is it, like July 9th or 13th or something like that? Or
I don't know the dates off the top of my head, but it's one heck of a week.
Yeah, it's mid-July. It's gonna be pretty crazy.
Mike Feltenberger invited us back to Strapped In TV.
Did his show a couple years ago.
Fun.
Had a lot of fun.
Did it a couple times. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's a good time. Always a good time hanging out with Mike and his Strapped In TV.
Yipper.
I always ask Mike, you know, your show's always called Strapped In, but when I'm on, you call it Strapped On. So I don't know why he goes that way with me. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm starting to take it personal. It's fine, though. It's absolutely fine.
Your birthday's coming up.
No, I canceled it.
Did you? It's tomorrow, isn't it?
No.
I think it is.
No.
9th.
Cancel
May
it.
9th.
Yeah. Yeah, they canceled it.
Retirement age, finally.
Finally.
68.
68. Who knew?
Good deal.
Who knew I'd make it this far? Yeah.
It is tomorrow.
Don't feel a day over 90. It is tomorrow.
I told you it was tomorrow.
You did. You did. I'm trying to trying to forget it because the numbers are getting like not good at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
the numbers used to be like, okay, it was no big deal. Now they're kind of getting weird.
Yeah. I can't believe I made it this long.
Yeah. Mike Feltberger said he has Logan and Ryan Watt on this month. So Logan and Ryan are great interviews. We have had the pleasure of interviewing both of those gentlemen on several different occasions. So
nothing was better than when the kid walked in with 2 championship belts.
Oh my God, he owned it. He just owned it. Yeah. Yeah, he owned it. He had a prom here not too long ago that he went to with a very beautiful young lady.
Was he senior?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is prom
season. It was one of or the Fitzpatrick girl. Very, very pretty girl. So they both look great. So yeah, I think that was just last week or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, it is prom season, man. This year's flying, bro.
Sure it is. Yep. I went past a local high school yesterday, and on their billboard it says they graduate May 30th already. School's over.
Yeah. Before you know it, it'll be Christmas.
Yep. And we'll still won't be racing because it'll be raining.
It'll still be raining. My phone tells me that Corey Edelman is watching right now. Corey, it's good to see you. Have not seen you for a long time. Hope you're doing well.
Corey's bringing 2 cars on Saturday.
Oh, it'd be nice to hang out with him. He's always a treat.
He's a treat for sure.
Good dude. When are we going to see his show?
I'm sure you got to ask him that. He's the busy guy.
I thought you had some inside information.
Nope. He only talks to me when he wants pierogies.
Oh. And man, do you have pierogies.
We do. You can get your Mrs. T's pierogies at Leo's League on Saturday.
Wow. Mike has something here. Any thoughts about bringing a former Reading Fairgrounds racer on for an interview? Yes, we have talked about that in the past, about getting some yesteryear people on there and see what they got going on. Corey says, hello, friends. I'm catching up, and I'll be around more. Well, that's good. And then he also says, what do you mean by treat? It's exactly what it sounds like. You are a treat.
It's like trick or treat.
Even Stephanie says he's a treat already.
Oh, she knows. He's a dandy. What do you say we go to commercial and I dial up Mr. Kevin Thomas Jr.?
We can do that because we're going to get Kevin on. We have some things that we need to chat with him about.
Let's get on this Inferno Armor deal.
Oh, well, let's do it.
So you're going to say we'll be right back?
I have like 11 million buttons I have to push now to make this happen here. So you're in for a little treat right now. Yeah, stay tuned for some more Lowdown Entertainment. We'll be right back momentarily. 11 million buttons I have to push now to make this happen here. So you're in for a little treat right now. Yeah,
Lowdown Entertainment is your one-stop shop. And Marine fire extinguishers add another layer of protection and peace of mind for your loved ones. All products are in stock and available for immediate delivery. Shipping is available. And Reach out to Bear Slosher at Bear's Inferno Armor on Facebook and order yours today. All products check out InfernoArmor.com for additional product information. This product, reach out to Bear Slosher at Bear's Inferno Armor on Roy Daner Jr. will continue the tradition of paving and excavating excellence that his dad, Roy Daner Sr., established in the Lehigh Valley since 1980. They specialize in residential and small commercial work. Call today for excavating excellence that his dad, Roy Daner Sr., established in the Lehigh Valley since 1980. They specialize in residential and small commercial work. Call today for excavating excellence that his dad, Roy Daner Sr., established in the Lehigh Valley since 1980. They specialize in residential and small commercial work. Call today for excavating excellence that his dad, Roy Daner Sr., established in the Lehigh Valley since 1980. They specialize in residential.
And we are back with some more Lowdown Entertainment. Joining us via phone right now is none other than Kevin Thomas Jr. Kevin, how are you doing this evening, bud?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing really, really well. We appreciate you taking some time out and hanging out with us here this evening.
Yeah, no worries.
Are you driving?
Hey, no, I'm sitting outside, actually.
Oh, okay.
Just
Got
chilling
some
for a
background.
little
It sounded like a highway.
bit. Yeah. It
Like
kind of, yeah.
cutting in and out.
No, you're
Hold on
good.
1 second.
You're good.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah, there we go. Had headphones in, sorry.
No problem, Kevin. So, how's your 2025 season going so far for you?
Well, when it comes to racing, not very good.
I asked
we struggled.
gingerly.
Yeah, we've struggled quite a bit. But I mean, we've done quite a few things in the off season to, kind of revamp our program and just learning some things. So, I mean, the season still is young, it's just now May. So, we're going to some good tracks for us personally. If we're going to go back on the stat book. But, we've been working on some stuff. The midget program, it come hot out of the box. So no complaints with that. But, the sprint car side, we changed cars over the winter, changed a few things. So we're just trying to get those things, figured out. And, I think we're going in the right track. Just got to get qualified. That's our biggest thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of the midget program, what do you think of those guys over there at Four Kings?
I really like them. Obviously I've raced with, Matt Westfall forever.
Yeah.
So I know him personally. And then, on a business standpoint, I feel like, Rex and Fred over there that own the team, they do things very proper. Even starting last year, whenever we, got together and I ran a couple races for them, we had some stuff that maybe wasn't, I'm not saying it wasn't capable of winning, but it wasn't going to get there quick. And they made wholesale changes and, they really revamped their program nicely. And, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes with Matt, his dad, JB, they got a pretty good crew over there and, they do what it takes to win. So it's, there's nothing to complain about. That's for sure.
Right.
I hate saying it, but they spend the money and they put a good crew in place and they bought the correct parts and, I don't know if they hired the best midget driver, but, whenever if you got a good race car, at the end of the day, race car driver's a race car driver. So,
yeah.
they give me, proper equipment and the opportunity right out of the box to go win. So, we got good speed and, that's the name of the game with midgets. You just damn near run them wide open the whole time. So, if you got a good engine package and we do with Stanton, and then, our cars and shocks and, the crew all kind of combined into one little deal there, it rolls pretty smoothly, actually.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to work with them last year at Midget Week the whole week, and man, it was a blast. They're great guys, and I wish you guys.
Yeah, they're really good. They're good people before racing.
Yes, yep. The whole family.
It's easy to race with.
Nice.
Kevin, we have a question here for you in chat from Mike Feltenberg. He says, any idea who he is teaming up for in the 2026 Chili Bowl?
I'll be running for the Four Kings.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be running for Four Kings. We talked about it last year, obviously, but I think, I had commitments to Alex Bowen Racing. He's a friend of mine. I didn't want to do that. I just feel like that's not right. And, but once we, run a full season together and, and Alex knows too, like we've, formed a relationship and like that's going to be my full-time team. I would rather go to Chili Bowl and race a car that I drive all the time, I guess, so to speak.
Right.
It's a little bit more comfortable and not saying Alex's weren't or anybody else's, it's just, you just get used to it, seat fits in a certain spot and
yeah.
It's just like little stuff that you wouldn't think that matters. Sometimes it does, just a comfort thing.
Yeah, just from a psychological standpoint, we talked to many drivers about that kind of stuff, and just having them feel comfortable gets you in your right frame of mind, and you can just focus on what you need to focus on instead of having something very small, kind of like nitpicking at your brain, like it just doesn't feel right or whatever. So I feel it's very important.
Yeah, it's very, very. It's bigger than what you think it is. It's because you can't see it, you can't feel it, you can't touch it. So sometimes you think that it's not there, and it just is there at times. So once you find a way to eliminate that and or just minimize it, it's kind of what we're doing with the sprint car. Everything's new. They've done the same thing for 8 to 10 years, and even last year, and we made a wholesale change to try to keep up with the times, and we had like a little bit of a setback figuring out what the car wants, and we are committed, and I know that my car owner, he's also committed as well. Like, we understand, like, this was a flip of the coin. It's either going to be real fast in Florida or it's not. We're going to have to figure some things out. And unfortunately it wasn't, but we've made quite a few changes. We ran a couple local shows to figure some things out, and just trying different stuff and see if we can hit on something. We were very consistent. We know where to go. Like at the end of the year last year, like we know what package we can go back to, but consistently fourth is not fun.
Right.
And, we got to find that little bit of extra, and, and it's new for me, the packages, I guess, that I have ran in the past. I'm used to, let's say, a DRC chassis. Mm-hmm. I know that they all are just tubing. I get it. But there's just certain little things that feel wise are different. It's like whenever I had my own stuff, I had, Speedway engines, and just stuff was a little bit different. And, not everything is eye for an eye whenever it comes to race cars. And, but we're getting it figured out. It doesn't look like it on paper. And I get that probably everybody's either laughing or wondering what the hell's going on. And I'm like, it's not that big a deal right now. Now, if that lasts for a year, that's a big deal. But,
you guys will get it figured
It's
out.
honestly no different than a baseball player getting into a hitting slump. There's sometimes you go out there and everything just clicks and you can't do anything wrong. And then there are times you go out there and you feel like you're doing everything exactly the same and you can't do anything right. And, it's tough.
Yeah. And that's just where we're at. At the end of the day, we don't publicize. I'm not even big on social media. I don't give a shit whether people know what I'm doing or don't, or I don't care if they even want to. Pretty private in that aspect. But, we've kind of set up, not for the long haul. That sounds weird, but, we more or less kind of set up knowing that we're going to have continuous years together. Yeah. And that's a big thing for me personally. One, because I haven't been in that position. I've either owned my own car, in between rides, this, that, and the other, kind of been a little scattered and not very consistent with what I'm driving. Won a lot of races, but not with the same people. And I want to more or less like physically change those things.
Yeah.
I think it's good for relationships and things of that nature too. But, whenever you look at teams, and I'm running something different than what I've always ran, and we want to build a base package that's going to continue to be good for a long period of time. And sometimes you just go through like little stuff to find that extra edge. And unfortunately we took a step back. We run 12th like it's our day job. But I feel like that's short term. Everybody's putting in a lot of effort.
Yeah.
You would think, if you know me, you would think that I would be spazzing out right now. But I'm kind of not. And just cause I got some faith in our guys, and, we added a guy, that's going to be starting on Friday. And, I think he's going to be a good asset to the team as well. So it's, everybody's kind of doing what they can do or have to do, to get the most out of our situations. And, there's just little things that add up that we have tried that maybe we shouldn't have tried them at a certain place. Eldora, probably not a place to try things. Go back last year, we ran second and fourth, so we had a good package, but second and fourth, those don't equal a number one.
Right.
And we want to try to get there. And, we added a 2 after that one this time. So, we'll, go back to the drawing board, and, there's going to be times that we may just go back to our comfort zone to just get a finish.
Yeah. And the end zone, and you know what you guys are working towards. So you guys will get there.
Yeah. And I know that there's been people like, man, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, y'all, I have done this before.
Right,
I've gone and searched. And I finally find something, not me personally. I say it's a we, but we find something, in a group effort. And next thing you know, then we'll win 10 races. And everybody's like, oh, great. And I'm like, yeah, I'll forget about the last year whenever we basically test and tune for a year in order to find these things. So it's like, this isn't the first time I've been winless in May.
Right.
Yeah.
And doing the same thing over and over and